Oh, I got to give you access to record. And I'm going to
All
hit
right.
record now. Record now.
Send request.
Sana maulit muli
No,
ang
you're not.
mga oras nating nakaraan.
No.
Paanong nagkaganito?
Wow.
Good morning, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Flip Side with Jay and Noel. Today, the 17th of May, 8:17 p.m. here in the U.S. of A, and it's 8:17 a.m. where the ding dong is in the Philippines. Kamusta kabayan?
Ding dong? You just call me a ding dong?
I don't know, dude. I mean, we're like 15 minutes behind as always, and I'm like running out of whatever. Hey guys, live recording the Flip Side with Jay Noel on YouTube. It's live right now. We're also live on TikTok.
43 episodes in, and I'm called a ding dong.
Yeah, I take that back. I
Wow.
apologize. I think it's because I'm a little annoyed with myself because we're late again, and this time it's my fault because I
Well,
kept fiddling around.
43 episodes in. It's about freaking time I wear a polo shirt and try to look half decent as if I just woke up 5 minutes ago.
Right. Nice.
But but we all know what's under this shirt.
What
I
is that
mean,
anyway?
what I'm wearing below.
What kind of shirt is
Nothing.
it? Oh, Jesus Christ. You really didn't put any pants on?
I will neither confirm nor deny.
Yeah. So how you been, man? Kamusta?
Uh busy-ish. Busy-ish.
Busy-ish with what? Personal crap?
No. Money making crap. Yeah.
That's good. So you're actually like picking up on business right now.
Sort of. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Doing
seem like
my
you're very happy about it.
doing my thing. No, it's like it's one of those I got the gig, but it's like a lot of it is based on luck. So I wouldn't like be too excited about it. Just getting stuff done.
What do you mean
Still
based on luck? That's
like
not exactly a
still
good way of selling yourself for the job, dude. I mean, hey, hire me. I'm all about luck. If I'm lucky, you'll get good results at your work.
yeah. Right. Not a good place to start right now. Let's not talk about work and money and
Okay, all
making
right.
just I'm
You're a
behind
little.
on my I'm behind on my coffee and my puto actually.
What are you calling a puto? Puto.
Puto, yeah. Or anything to go against Jason, whatever Jason's eating. Just competitive eating right now.
Yeah. Hey guys, share the YouTube link, the flip side with Jay Noel.
Oh, we're
It's
on
on
TikTok.
YouTube. All right, we're
I
on
see I
TikTok
see
as
a
well.
see a TikTok camera in front of me.
TikTok right there. You're live. You're live.
Right there. Right there. Right there.
So
Hello, folks. Hello,
since you
Philippines.
mentioned TikTok, it's actually number one on my list of what I wanted to talk about.
What you got?
On the past couple of days, um, I've been fiddling around with TikTok, trying to get more into it and whatnot. Us being in the more older age, almost in our mid 50 or almost in our 50s. I'm trying to get into this game here. And to be
Okay.
honest with you, I can see why people are so addicted into doing the TikTok thing. It's crazy. The interactions that you get with people that are just random strangers. It's amazing.
Mm,
The last couple of days I've been trying to do live on TikTok so that I can actually get the I guess the levels up so that I can do live or the show can do live properly and whatnot.
mm-hmm.
But at first, the first couple of minutes, it felt like I felt like an idiot just sitting there looking at a screen at myself, basically.
Mm.
But it felt like I was just talking to myself.
Because you are talking to yourself.
Right, right. But once there was some quite a number of comments here and there started flowing through and whatnot, I kind of got into the swing of things, you know? It's just natural where it felt a little bit more natural where you're just talking about the most random crap. Like I said yesterday, I was doing live on TikTok for like 30 minutes
Mm-hmm.
and I was snacking, talking about the snack. There was an
Were you,
amazing snack to begin with. Okay.
I'm
It,
curious if you were nervous at all.
at first, I was very nervous, and then it
Mm.
felt more natural, connected. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because I was just talking about snacks, random stuff, really. You know,
Mm.
and it was kind of surprising how people related to it. The simpler things, I guess, and it was pretty
What
cool.
what were you eating?
So I was eating a spicy tempura seaweed wrap. Oh,
Oh.
seaweed. Basically, it's seaweed
Uh-uh.
uh, covered in tempura battered and then deep fried, and then it's spicy. So I threw the wrapper away, but my wife picked it up from Trader Joe's. She picked up the bag, and I'm like, "Ew, that looks gross." But once she made me taste it, I kid you not, I could not put it down. I was live on the air on TikTok just eating it.
Does
Well,
this
what is
help?
that?
Does this help?
Oh, puto. So do you eat that just like that?
Yeah. Should I be eating it any other way? Like with cheese?
No, I don't know. It just looks so plain, just like that.
It's good. It's all right.
My secretary was just walking by.
Oh, how come that's there? Oh, there. Wow.
You
Your
you want to see?
secretary.
You want my secretary to say hi? No, my secretary doesn't want to say hi. She's just literally watching the show while the show is being filmed. It's so
And
stupid. She's
just
right
just
here. She's
just
right
walking
there. Just
across. Just
well,
walking across.
yeah, she's just right there, standing there watching the recording. I don't
Yeah.
understand. I'm asking her to come by and say hi, but she won't say hi. She's still a little embarrassed that I do this, just like my kids. but but I hear her watching it all the time and then giving me these ridiculous comments that I'm taking it into appreciation. I'm kind of hating the angle of the TikTok right now because it's showing my double chin.
Jeez, the concerns that we have all of a sudden.
I know, I know. All of a sudden, I'm like, damn, that's so chubby. Anyway, so like I was saying, so going back to TikTok, it was kind of cool. It felt natural in a way, you know. After I'd say about 15 minutes, I got into it, and I was just sitting there eating, and while I was conversing with whoever it is I'm conversing with on TikTok, you know.
Yeah. I think
But
that's why. Can I just relate that back to me real quick about
yeah,
how I was on radio for like 10 years, but I think I realized towards like the seventh or eighth, actually since the beginning, but seventh, eighth, ninth year that I was on the air, I was like telling myself "There's something wrong about what I'm doing in a sense that I'm not really connecting, or I'm not like, I'm not even, it's not even about like not really be myself, but it's like not really getting any traction here. Not
mm.
maybe it's maybe it's about time I start doing something else. So
Well,
but for you, what I'm saying is for you, I don't know if we're talking about the same experience, but it's just like I just didn't feel like I was really connecting. I was getting like song requests or what.
that's what I'm saying. That made it a little bit more, I guess, nerve wracking at the beginning because, like I said, it felt like I was just talking to myself. And then eventually, as
Yeah.
people actually started watching and liking the video and all that stuff, guys, like the video. If you log on, you see it. Nadia, come on, man. Anyway, um,
See,
it felt like I was interacting with somebody.
you're a natural.
What do you mean? No,
You're
I
a
don't know. It's
natural.
just natural, yeah.
No, but I think for me, just comparing myself to you, I'm more of like a performer, like I'm performing as a DJ or performing as a host. You're just being
As opposed to what?
You're just being Jason eating your popsicle stick in front of a camera.
Right. Okay. I promise people eventually that I'll be talking about some random stuff, snacks here and there. First of all, Noel just took a bite of puto. That's like a Philippine pastry. It's
Mhm.
called puto. It's made from, where's that made from?
I have no idea.
Rice.
What's puto
My wife
made
said
from?
rice.
Rice? Kanin? Bigas? Rice.
No.
Rice. Malagkit.
Malagkit?
Yeah,
Like
it's
grounded?
grounded ba daw?
No, I don't think it puto is rice though, is it?
Is puto rice?
My live
Mal-
version of Alexa here is like telling me that it's made out of rice cake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
Made
Okay.
out of rice something.
So when I was a kid, I used to eat that, but I would put condensed milk on it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like I'd like let it drizzle all over the thing and then just eat it that like that. That's why I was like wondering how come you're just eating it plain. Or I would dip it in Milo.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. Like road to
My,
taba.
but
Mine was
my live version of Alexa is saying
Mm.
that she dips it in secote. I know what secote is.
Sounds like
Secote?
sugar.
Secote.
What is that?
It's like a chocolate drink. Secote? Secote? What is a
Oh,
secote? Secote? Secote. Oh, that's the old version chocolate drink where they put it in like a kettle and then they mix it like that, right? No, apparently.
yeah. Sounds Mexican or Spanish.
Is it
Puto is made
Asian or
from
Filipino? He's Noel saying it's like Mexican. I don't know.
puto is made from rice soaked overnight to allow it to ferment slightly. Yeast may be sometimes added to aid this process.
Hmm. Well, so that's what Noel's snacking on. I, on the other hand, am snacking on Pocky.
Oh, okay. Is that the one that's like dipped in chocolate?
Well, this one is strawberry flavor. I don't like the chocolate flavored Pocky. I do love these strawberry flavored one. And this is what my little crazy child eats a lot and snacks a lot on. This is her
Okay.
favorite, Pocky. If you guys don't know what Pocky is, it's basically like I'm always looking at the TikTok camera. It's ridiculous. Okay, there you go. Can I have one? She just took it from me. Um, it's a pretzel stick that's covered in strawberry icing.
Pretzel stick. Do
Mm.
we have that here? Yung Pocky na yan? The one what he's showing us.
Arya, let me see the box.
My Alexa here is about 10
Can
seconds
I have it real
behind
quick?
the conversation. She's about 10 seconds behind the conversation. I asked her if is that Pocky? Do we have that here in the Philippines? She's like, what?
There's a delay.
So it's like a 10-second delay to the person that I'm talking to here. She's
Hold on.
watching the TikTok live stream.
Can you give me the other box, please?
Poppy? Remember
Come on,
that
right
ganito
now.
dyan? Is that the one that we have?
Where's the box that she was eating from? So it's called Pocky. I think it's like a Korean thing, though.
Yeah. We have that here. It's just funny that you say that it's pretzel.
Yeah,
What?
it's pretzel that it's like dipped and covered in strawberry icing.
Yeah. Same here. I just didn't
Yeah.
realize or think that it's pretzel.
This thing is amazing. It's so good. Guys, if you're watching this on TikTok, like it. Like the show. Dang it. Come on. Yeah. But the bad thing is it's like 200 calories.
A stick or the whole thing, the whole bag,
See, I don't know. It says
the whole
per
box.
serving. When I'm understanding per serving, I'm understanding per stick. Right? Or is this considered per serving?
Probably
Whatever.
the whole bag.
Yeah.
That probably the whole box.
Right. So I was like doing this, going back to my TikTok thing. It just felt, it felt more natural. Like I said, it's like I'm actually
Mm.
having a conversation with somebody, but in reality, I'm just talking to myself.
Mm, mm, mm.
And then towards the end, when I was about to end it, I did feel like a bigger idiot because when I was running out of something to talk about in regards to my snack and I was about to end it, then
Uh-huh.
more viewers came, and it felt like I was rushed. I felt like a bigger idiot. Anyhow,
A bigger idiot for wanting to stay longer, or a bigger idiot for running out of stuff to eat or
in a
stuff to
way,
talk about?
the same thing, both actually. I mean, I finished the whole bag. That was horrible. I literally just sat here. If you can watch it, it's on TikTok. I just kept shoving one after the other into my mouth and whatnot. And then my wife just handed me a bigger box.
Oh, a replacement
Yeah.
for now. So that's going to be 400 calories.
See, no, it's 340 calories per box. So this big box is 340 calories.
340.
That's horrible.
How many push-ups is that?
Um,
Or how many minutes on the
that's
treadmill?
about 10 minutes in the treadmill. No, 30 minutes in a treadmill.
Yikes.
I mean, man, it's delicious. I don't care.
You only live
Now,
once.
this, in the other hand, to to kind of negate what I just ate. This
Mm.
is a more healthier version of my wife's snack.
What's that?
It's like organic cranberry health
Cranberry.
mix.
It's like
It's
trail
like,
food.
yeah, it's like dried fruit with nuts in it.
Mm.
Who wants to eat dried fruit?
Yeah,
Would
it's
you guys
good
eat
though.
that? Oh, it's good. I have to admit, it's actually pretty good. Although no, when I open the bag, I'll eat everything except for the dried cranberries.
Okay.
The dried cranberries taste like really old raisins.
Oh, okay, okay,
Uh,
okay.
but if I want to level up my snack game, this is one of my favorite chips right here. It
Of course.
it's Kettle brand potato chip jalapeno flavor.
Of course.
If you guys have had that, it's amazing. It's spicy, but it's good. It's like a
Oh,
good
yeah.
thing.
Do you have like a whole grocery of snacks right in front of you right now that we're
Not a
just
whole
showing
lot, but if I
that
want
we're
to
just
level,
showing and telling all of a sudden?
I know if I want to level up my jalapeno chips,
Mm.
pork grinds, baby, pork
Oh,
grinds, and then you
is
dip it.
how close is that to chicharron?
It's chicharron. I
It
mean, I'm
is
not even
chicharron.
kidding. But this is like pork skin with fat attached to it. It's not even funny. Look at that. There's like fat attached to that bad boy.
Are you gonna force me to open one of these?
Oh man. Oh, shut up. I want one of those.
Have you tried them? Do you have these there?
I have one here, but they only sell it in big giant bags. And it's annoying. Babe, is that my phone? Can you see who's that? Ah. Anyway, but you know what? I'm
You
gonna
know what?
one up you right now.
You know the best part
Yes.
about this bag right now?
What?
7 pesos.
Oh wow. That's cool. That's awesome. So I'm gonna taste test this chicharron right here.
Mm.
It's like golden cracklings. It's what it's called. And it's max chicharrones. Chicharrones.
Okay.
Look at that. It's like pork skin with pork fat. Look at that. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Look at the fat on that. That is a heart attack waiting to happen.
Sa Tagalog, Kulang na lang kanin.
Oh, but here's the best part. Here's the best part, okay?
But that
You
one,
you take some vinegar and you just
mm,
dip it like that. Oh, right
you
there.
know, the Filipino explanation for that is you have to wash it. You have to wash your food.
Yeah.
You have to
See.
sterilize it.
Ano yan? Man, that's like bougie stuff. My wife just brings over another bag of chips. It's like white truffle potato chips.
Can you get one?
How bougie. Look at that.
No, just the.
What are you right there on the table? It's like pork rinds dipped in vinegar. Pork rinds
Yeah,
dipped in vinegar. Look at that. Look at that. Look how
kulang na lang.
amazing. Look how amazing that. You know, this would be good with rice.
Exactly. You know,
Listen to that. Can you hear that crunch right there?
heard it, and we are expecting the heart attack any second now. Do you have? Did you just show me that you have one of these?
Yeah.
It's the same container, I think. Look at that. You
Oh.
know.
There's vinegar in it. And I'm having another bite, okay? This is like Joseph Lenzo chicharrones in vinegar.
But you know this
Mm.
chicharon ni Mang Juan that I have here already has the sterilization worked into it. It's already has vinegar. It already is spicy.
I don't like that. I mean, I don't think I want to do that. I want it like oh yeah, it is like hold on. Let me see that bag. No, I've never had that. I've actually never had that one.
You're missing out. So this one takes the dipping of the chicharon into the vinegar out of the process. It just goes straight into your mouth.
Yeah, but I don't want that though, because I want to have the actual the real vinegar flavor. Because you can have different kinds of vinegar, you know?
Right. Yeah.
The vinegar I'm using right now is like spicy white vinegar, right? But my wife has this vinegar that's called exactly. My wife has that. That one.
Pinakurat.
Oh, that's tuba there. Well, it's the same
Tuba?
thing.
Pinoy spice tuba vinegar. Oh yeah.
Babe, yours is pinakurat, right? Yeah, that's the one that my wife has, and it's so good. It's insane.
I love the bottle though. It's like a
Gin bottle.
gin bottle. Yeah.
I dare you to take a swig of that right now.
So manly. No thanks.
See, look at that. I'm gonna have one more bite, then I'm gonna continue on with my conversation. I can't help it. One more bite of chicharrones. I know.
While you're having chicharon, I will go for my
So good. So good.
puto bongbong. Ito ba ang puto bongbong? Iba ba yun? Ano ba puto bongbong? What's the difference between puto bongbong and puto? With ube?
Puto is anak ng puto naman, oh.
It's just one letter that you need to change there to make it a bad word.
So my wife brings over this white truffle potato chips. Organic. I mean,
Where do you guys get all this organic stuff?
Trader Joe's. It's called Trader Joe's. I think. It's more like
Never-
an organic store. I mean, really, it's not that bad. I'm not a big fan of the store, to be quite honest with you. But there are some stuff that I like.
Not familiar with that here, Trader Joe's, but I was sitting around listening to a stand-up comedian talking about it,
Trader Joe's.
and I just couldn't relate. Yeah, like something to the I think she was a lady. She was like, "Oh, you know, if there's a problem, you know, I get all my psychological my therapy at Trader Joe's." You know, you get, she was saying something about you get to buy stuff there that you didn't think you even needed. What
Right.
kind of store is it?
It's a grocery store. I gotta admit though, they have a lot of like organic pre-made food, like food. You just toss it into the stove,
Mm.
like fried rice, lo mein, beef and broccoli, lemon chicken, orange chicken, whatever. They have
but
it.
it's bottom line is that it's a grocery
Correct.
with a
Yeah,
lot of pre-made stuff.
correct. It's mainly pre-made stuff, although they do have a lot of vegetables and fruits as well. I mean, typical grocery stuff, really. And I'd say about 90% of their products is probably organic.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, Roberto's tuned in. He's on the live right now at TikTok, the Lost Filipino
Hey,
Cookbook. He says that puto bongbong
it's
is
made
made with violet rice, no ube.
violet rice. What is that with food coloring?
Food coloring ba daw yun?
It's called bumbong because of the way it's cooked.
You cook it like with a boom boom. Cook it with a bong bong. The name of
I'm
the
gonna
violet
try
rice
this
is
real quick. I've never tried this. Again, it's
dilutong.
white truffle chips from Trader Joe's.
For the first time.
I'm gonna try it for the first time. Taste test right here.
Wait, can you hold this for me, please? Hold on, Roberto. Let me put the phone on the side.
Yeah,
You gotta
it
smell it
smells kind
first.
of salty. It smells salty, you know. I mean, it smells like it's baked as well.
Hold on, we're turning the podcast into a mukbang session.
Oh no, hold on. You can definitely taste the truffles.
You know what? You know what's missing in your eating right now is I can't hear the crunch. Like
How can you not hit it here?
I can hear you talking. Oh, there, but it's gone. Like your microphone turns it off or something. Like it recognizes that you're not speaking.
Right.
It's probably recognizing that you
Roll off. No, not there. No, no,
could
no.
barely hear it. Only the first
Okay. Let me
crack.
give my review on this real quick. We can definitely taste the truffle on it. Okay. It's not
Okay.
bad. And that's where the saltiness comes from. At first, at
Oh,
first bite, I think it's truffle seasoning. That's what it is. That has a lot of salt in it. But as soon as that fades away into your taste buds, the chip itself, it's crunchy. It's a little greasy for an organic chip, and it's bland. The potato itself is bland. It looks like everything is just sprinkled on. Yeah. Like I would not buy this again. I mean,
so so interesting how you like got into describing it and then at the end not buy it again.
yeah, I would not. It's not my bag of chips.
Okay, this is how I would do a food review. Looks like puto,
Hmm,
tastes like puto,
hmm. It must be.
must be puto.
Yeah, nak ng puto sabi ko sa iyo.
That's right. That's why nobody would watch me doing a food review because I'll be, I'll just be, or I'll be like, it's white, it's round, looks like somebody
Masarap.
bit into it already. Might as well bite into it too.
So Roberto's
Well,
saying that puto boom boom is cooked inside a bamboo tube.
mm,
That seems like a lot of work just for that.
boom, boom.
Was it a boom 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 boom?
Yeah.
Boom, boom.
So there's puto bongbong and there's just puto. Yeah. I see that they have puto bongbong and it's not necessarily on a bamboo stick anymore.
Okay.
I'm sure that's how they did it back then. But lately, every now and then, Christmas, I think I see there's some contraption with like these. It's not exactly a bamboo stick anymore, but it's a tube. So
Right.
they cook these or they steam these in tubes. That's yun, puto bongbong. But it's not in bamboo sticks anymore. They cook
Right.
it in
Right.
tubes, like like
Right.
tube ice. But they steam it and then they cook it like right in front of the church when you're doing simbang gabi.
That's bibingka, dude. I remember bibingka that's on top of the banana leaf.
Yeah, no, but the one that I'm saying that I'm seeing, there's also bibingka, but the one that comes in a tube. It's made in a metal tube now, not in a bamboo tube anymore. Not
Hmm.
metal. I think it's
I
like
don't know.
probably aluminum tube.
I've never seen either or, but bibingka is like equated to what? Cornbread in the US? What do you
Bibingka
think?
daw. Hang on, Alexa's catching up here. She's 10 seconds behind. What? Bibingka.
I mean, it's
Google na lang
corn,
natin.
right?
Oh, oh,
The only difference is it's like mixed with some cheese topping in it,
right.
correct? Are you
Coconut rice.
Googling it?
Yes. Microsoft Bing actually. Bibingka Filipino coconut rice cake. Does that
Coconut
answer your
rice cake?
Yeah, in a large bowl, whisk
Yeah, but it
together
has
rice
corn in it.
flours.
So how could it be a coconut rice cake? I don't understand this sometimes. I mean,
Bibingka.
okay, yeah,
Bib-
yeah, yeah. I got you. I got you.
Mm.
So that would be what? That would equate to
What did
um
you say it was?
cornbread. No?
No, not cornbread. Definitely close. Close. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Close, but not. No cigar.
Right. Right. What's your favorite like pastry
Bibingka.
dish over there?
Bibingka.
Bibingka is your favorite pastry
Yeah.
dish?
Yeah, because
Really?
there's sometimes there's red egg on it, and then wait, what's this one? Oh,
Red
ito yung
egg.
yeah, yeah. So ito officially ito yung puto bumbong. I don't know if you could see that. Sorry.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I see that. I can
They do
see it.
look like they're cooked in a tube.
Right. With coconut in it?
Yes. Yeah. Hopefully you can see that. Can you guys see it
Yeah.
down here?
No,
There's
no, I saw it. What's that? It's like brown sugar and coconut dough, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah,
looks like.
yeah.
Brown sugar
Yeah.
and coconut.
Yeah, that's right.
Right, right, right.
Muscovado if you really want to go Filipino.
Salted egg in bibingka, though. I'm a little bit taken aback by that because salted egg, you're talking about that red egg, right? We actually
Yes.
we bought them, but we haven't
Oh,
cooked it yet. Um,
sarap kaya.
yeah, but that's really salty, right? But I don't, I can't imagine it being good because like salted egg into like a pastry.
Then more for me, less for you.
Thanks, appreciate it.
I mean, if you
My
ask me what my
favorite,
favorite was, like that's the one.
I think
It,
my favorite pastry wise here, um, I really like the banana bread that my wife makes.
oh, yun, banana bread also. I love that.
Yeah, the way she makes it is like really moist, and she uses like it's not like spoiled banana, but it's about to go spoiled banana.
Mm,
So when bananas have that, they get at a certain time, the flavor is just more pungent, if that makes sense. That
yeah.
when it's grounded into the ingredients and whatnot, the banana bread really has that sticky feel and texture into it, and it's actually really good. My wife makes it really really good, and I hope that she makes it someday. But my wife's lazy still. No,
Maybe she'll hear the podcast and then
she's she's right here doing TikToks for my daughter. But you know what I really miss though in the Philippines is binatog. You know what I mean? Have you ever had that?
I
Well, I'm sure you have.
was dun daw ako pinaglihi.
Ew.
Sabi ng mom ko.
I mean, come on, man.
I mean,
Do they need to
doesn't
know that?
look, doesn't my head look like
A giant corn?
a binatog corn? Doon ako pinaglihi. Sa
It's
binatog daw.
it's it looks like a giant cornix,
Yes.
you
Yung
know?
isa pa yun. That's one of my another favorite of mine.
Well, that's a snack. That's not like a pastry type of thing. But binatog was really, really good. Oh man. Yeah. So
Yep.
Roberta knows what I'm talking about. Binatog is I don't know what it is, especially if it's really hot.
Mm.
and then they put a little bit of coconut in it. Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, that's my question. How do you take your binatog?
They put the milk on it and then the coconut is how I've always no, not milk, sugar.
Mm. Right, right. Okay, so you're not on the same boat because sometimes
Yeah,
here in our subdivision here in Las Piñas, the binatog that they sell has like they put salt and
salt.
yeah, salt and buko flakes, huh? Nyog,
Yeah,
nyog.
but the what is it called? Nyog? Nyog?
Yeah,
That's the coconut
yeah, the coconut meat
shavings.
shavings. Yeah. So I
Yeah, but
asked not to put that, and then I put the milk in.
right. But that's what makes it salty enough as it is though. Because they use kind of like the old binatog, which makes it salty.
Oh.
Yeah. And I just like it simple. It's hot.
Mm.
They put it in a plastic bag when I was a kid, right? They put the
Mm.
binatog in. They drizzle it with um coconut niyog and then a spoon of sugar, and then the guy would like take it, swirl it around, and then like shake it, and then I
Okay.
was just eating like that, open it like that, and eat it. Oh man, there used to be this guy on a bike with two drums of binatog next behind him.
That's coming out. Hold
Yeah,
on, I'm getting really distracted here with your voice coming out like 10 seconds delayed. Talking.
me.
Can you just turn it down then? Can you please turn it down? Somebody like there's like a watching the TikTok here, and it's like I'm sitting right beside you. You can hear me talking. Please turn down the volume. Uh
Mr. Banana, we were just talking about banana breads. There's a guy that just joined TikTok. His name is Mr. Banana, or just zoomed in really. But
Mr. Banana.
yeah. Oh yeah, see, Roberto said banana bread is best with overripe bananas. That's right. Man, even when he talks about food, Roberto, the
Oh,
words that he used, like he says, banana bread is best with overripe bananas. All that complex flavors of the sugars. Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Food connoisseur.
Food connoisseur. So wow.
Yeah. Wait, Roberto, what now is a good time to mention when is that event that you're doing? There's something that they're doing, I think, like at the end of the month.
Mm.
Uh Here in Eastwood somewhere, there's like a food festival somewhere, and they're going to be presenting or they're going to be speaking or doing something at the event.
Oh, nice. Is that like are you actually having like a tent up where you're cooking something, or is it just like in regards to the
No idea.
yeah.
No idea. It sounds like the way he sent me the invite, I think they're going to be on stage talking about a little bit about, I don't know what they're going to be talking about, but it sounds like a show or a presentation
Mm, mm,
or a
mm.
workshop. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
But it's going to be in Eastwood somewhere towards the end of the month, like science,
right,
food science, or something like that.
right.
So that'll be interesting. I've never really put science and food together before.
Yeah,
Where is that? He did. I don't remember where the invite is. Try to look for it.
I don't know. Um, Going back to some snacks, I kind of want to talk about the snacks now when I was a kid too in the Philippines. One of my
I'll
favorite things to eat
just go back
was
to my puto again.
well, one of the things that I used to eat with that all the time was kutsinta.
Mm,
You know what I mean?
kutsinta.
Yeah. Ah man, I used to love that thing, kutsinta. But I
Mm.
don't know. I still don't know what it's made out of. I know it's like okay, I'm reading it right now. Steamed cakes made with flour, tapioca flour, brown sugar. Oh, okay, it's like a bunch of unhealthy stuff.
Mm.
Um, but that's what I used to eat puto with, kuchinta. Because the place I'm not used to seeing the puto that you just showed me.
Mm.
Where I'm used to it is when I grew up. It's like the puto used to be almost the same size as kuchinta, where
Okay.
it's flat in a way. So I used to would put it on top of each other and squeeze the coconut in the middle. and put sugar in the middle and eat it like that. It's like a sandwich, basically.
Okay. Can't really relate, but I know the word kuchinta. Not
Yeah.
sure. I'm not sure I can imagine what you're talking about though. What is kuchinta again?
It's
Is it crunchy?
steamed. No, it's like a steamed cake. It's like a tapioca cake, basically. It's
Okay,
like
okay.
flimsy or rubbery looking kind of um okay. Hold on. Going back, Roberto said it's the thing that he's doing is the food science fair
Yeah.
and gastronomy.
Yeah, exploring the science of Pinoy food in the metro.
Yeah, it's
This
on the
this
26th at 5 p.m. Awesome.
at Eastwood Plaza, Quezon City. I'm
Right.
finally looking at the invite now. Yeah, this kind of event is like made specifically for Roberto and his wife.
I know, right?
The the Lost Filipino Cookbook. If you're on TikTok right now,
Yeah.
check them out. The Lost Filipino Cookbook. So they're gonna be doing a speaking gig, I think. Did you say 5 p.m. at
Yeah, it says
Eastwood
5 p.m. Yeah,
on the 26th?
on the 26th. Yeah.
I've been there to Eastwood Central Plaza. I hosted a dog walking event.
You hosted a dog walking event.
Yeah, yeah. So they were
I don't even
walking around.
know. Can you elaborate on that?
There's a you know how there's fun runs, there's marathons, and then there's dog walking events. So they walk around the mall or whatever track there is, but you do it with your dog.
So how how did you exactly get tied up to host something like that?
uh, I was just hosting left and right. People would just invite me to host.
Were you
So
paid at least?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. So it's stand
So
up in front and then give away the prizes, introduce the
dog
program.
walking event. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. I mean, sure.
But the way I imagine myself as a host, not really like as someone that has something to say per se. I imagine myself as the voice of, where when you're walking around a grocery or you're
Yeah.
at an airport, like attention, Jason of
Yeah.
Retro, you are going to miss your flight in about 5 minutes. Please board your plane now. That's what it feels like. you
Like
know,
the what do you call those people anyway?
announcers,
Yes, yes.
announcers, but I just do it in a more groovy way. Like, hey, welcome everybody. We're here at the blah 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 show, and we're going to do this thing, blah blah blah. But really, in the back of my mind, it's like paging Efren Reyes. Please pick up your car. You are going to be picked up right now by your driver. Please proceed to the arrival area. That's really what's going on in my head, but I'm just
Right.
translating it in my mouth as, all right, let's get the show started in about 5 minutes. you know, get all your dogs ready. And yeah, so basically it's just it's a family fun event. It was like hosted by one of
Indoors or
the
outdoors?
the groceries there. Indoors. No, outdoors. So, Eastwood Mall is one of those indoor outdoor type of malls, and they're really dog friendly. So
Right.
that's the one that hosted the event.
How far is
But
Eastwood Mall from
that
your
was like
place?
5-10 years ago. About halfway between here and my son's place,
Oh,
actually.
that's not that bad. So
Yeah,
it's
halfway.
I mean I really don't know. I mean, never been to Eastwood Mall and no wouldn't even know. Is this near Robinson's? Or are you familiar with Valle Verde,
Yeah, yes, yes,
the country
yes.
club?
Yeah, and my camera just died. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, is it close to that?
I think yeah, you're onto something there because there is a Robinsons there.
Yeah, the Robinsons where the giant Jesus is or Mother Mary is, right?
Oh, a little way past that. Way past that. You're talking about Galleria.
Galleria, right? Robinson's Gallery. So it's past that.
Yeah, way past that. Like
So you actually pass my road, my street.
no, you'll pass your street first and then Galleria and then Eastwood. If you keep
Eastwood
going
is
down.
towards Makati.
No,
Yeah.
Makati is no. Makati, you're thinking going south. If you're going, okay. Jason's old place is in Boni Serrano / Camp Crame. If you go south, that would be Makati. If you go north, south, east. If you
North
go
is
east,
SM.
if you go east, that's why it's called Eastwood. If you go east, you'll hit Eastwood.
No
You with me?
shit.
Yeah. So
Uh,
so
uh,
so no. So it's not going towards Makati because you are going east.
Makati is going south.
Yes.
Okay, so you're
From
passing Aguinaldo. You're passing Murphy. You're passing Cubao.
if you keep going north, yes. If you keep going
No, if you
south.
keep going east. If you go south, you just said it's Makati.
No. If you want to go to Eastwood from Boni Serrano, you go east, meaning you're not getting on east. You're not getting on EDSA. You're
Correct.
crossing EDSA. You're
Correct.
crossing EDSA to go south. But east.
No. You turn from Boni Serrano, you turn right on EDSA, and that's
Right.
going south towards
Right.
Makati.
Right.
I mean,
Right.
towards Galleria, towards
Yeah.
Valle Verde, towards
Yes.
Makati.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
you go
Yeah.
straight, Aguinaldo's going to be on the right hand side, and you pass Aguinaldo, it's going to be Murphy, Cubao, Eastwood. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. You're more or less right. And then you turn left in Galleria.
What? No,
Are we still?
Galleria is south. You're
Yeah.
messing it up.
And then you turn left, and then you keep going, and then I think that's when you end up in Eastwood if you keep going east. So in other words, yes, I agree with you. You go south a little bit,
Hmm.
but you still need to go east to get
Yeah,
to
because
Eastwood.
you turn south and then you turn left, which is east on Galleria, probably.
Oh,
Okay. So I know it now. See, I still know a little bit of the area. I mean, because I know from Boni Serrano, if you turn left, that's heading north towards SM Mega Mall.
say that again.
From Boni Serrano, if you turn left on EDSA,
Yes.
that's heading north,
Yes,
going to SM Mega Mall.
that's right.
Now,
But if you keep going straight, you'll end up in Eastwood somewhere.
right.
Somebody gave us a badge to say thank you. Thank you.
Hey, thank you guys. Who gave us a badge?
I don't know, but cheers. We'll give you puto. I'll take a bite out of puto for you.
It's my Alexa gave us a badge.
Oh,
Arya Joe, babe, can you do me a favor and take this, please, before I spill it? This one.
what's that?
That's the vinegar. I'm asking my wife to take it. Please don't spill. Oh, those are raisin breads.
Yeah,
See, I know my food, man.
raisin breads.
Yeah. Funny story about raisin breads. We had a scare with my dog because raisins. Dogs
Mm.
can't eat raisins.
Mm.
You know.
What happened?
So my wife gave my daughter Arya a loaf of raisin bread.
Mm-hmm.
She took a bite of it and just chucked it, right? Like literally. Ding. And then the dog, Peanut, just grabs it and eats the whole thing. So in a panic, I called our vet.
Mm.
The vet goes, this is a vet that we pay, okay, money, like for insurance and whatnot. So the vet goes, you have to call poison control. Okay. And here's the number. And then you have to call us back after to see and tell us what poison control instructed you to do.
Okay.
I call poison control. Poison control goes, we can't help you with anything until you pay us $75 first. Then we can give you instructions on what to do. Pay us $75 first. So I'm like, so you mean to tell me you're gonna wait until you get paid $75 to give me advice in regards to my dog who could potentially die.
And you couldn't just Google it.
Google said call poison control.
Okay. 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 Okay.
So we paid the $75, right?
Okay.
Poison control says you got to take your dog to the vet. They'll watch him overnight to see if there's any issues. I was so infuriated, but my wife was so pissed. And she was like, you mean to tell me we forked over $75 and just told us to bring the dog to the vet? And the vet knows that. The vet could have told us that. So I called the vet, and then the vet goes,
Yeah.
well, it's
Yeah.
really your choice.
So the vet and the what's the other person that you called? The vet and
Poison
the 70
control.
and poison control are like fist bump.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like screwed me over of $75. So somebody on TikTok live just commented, I like your shiny head. I guess it's because the lighting. It's
Your
the
head or my
lighting,
head?
you know. Well, then again, I'm Asian, I'm Filipino, so I'm like a Twinkie. Get it? I can say that, okay? I can say I'm a Twinkie because I'm Asian. You know, yellow on the outside, but white in the inside. No, no, no. Okay. All right.
You got
Never
a
mind.
heart for that.
I got a heart. I got a heart for that from my own little Alexa sitting
Yeah.
down right there too. Thanks, baby.
On- Hey, Alexa, send me a heart for my binatog forehead also. How do you send me a heart? Can you send yourself a heart? That's 5 pesos.
Yeah, you have to. Did we pay for it? We gotta pay for that crap.
It's not. It's not free. What do you think? This is
I
Facebook?
thought it was free.
Maybe it's free on Facebook and YouTube, but it's not free on TikTok.
Hey guys, if you guys maybe could like donate something, like send us some roses or whatever, that'd be great. It's so
Oh,
sad.
jeez.
Anyway, what was I saying? I lost track of everything.
$75 for animal rescue.
Right. So I called the vet, and they just said, if you want to bring your dog in, bring it in. Otherwise, you can just monitor the dog yourself. And I'm like, I literally told the lady this on the phone. You knew they were gonna say that. Why couldn't you just say that to me instead of me having to fork over $75? You know what the girl said? Oh, it's policy.
It would be against protocol. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Really? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And I thought that only happens here in the Philippines.
oh, really? It happens a lot over there?
Well, no, just silly things like that. Like,
You want to
I
say
don't
hi?
know, little tiny annoying example of that here is like you're at the line at a fast food joint, right?
Right.
And you pay for your chicken joy or McChicken or whatever it is. Oh, hello. And so you pay for it.
Oh my God.
She
Just
getting heavy?
farted and it stinks so bad.
Oh no.
I thought she pooped. I had to check her. Sorry. I had to check her diaper. I thought she pooped because it stank really bad. And she just farted. Good job, baby.
Little
High five.
monster.
High five. Good job.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
She's
Go ahead.
showing
I
off. Is
apologize.
she showing you her headset too?
Yeah, man. I got her own headset.
Oh, cute.
Okay, hold on, Jojo. We can't plug that in because Dad's doing something right now. I got a special guest, guys.
Yeah.
This little monster is named Arya. She is actually um named from the TV show Game of Thrones. You know, the White Walker killer, Arya
Yeah.
Stark. Look,
Yeah. Yeah.
hey,
Hey,
hey.
I
Hello.
Okay,
You
get
can't
out.
hear
Go,
me
go,
though, right?
go, go. All right. Okay. Bye, bye. Sorry about that. I get no respect in this house.
So
This
it's
house,
not.
as much as I want to believe that I'm in charge, no, the women in this house run the house. I mean, I pretend like I get mad at my kids and whatnot, but when it comes to my daughters, it's like I'm a sucker. I kid you not. I don't know what it is. But when it comes to my son, on the other hand, nah, I kid you not. My son is like a good kid. You know, he's a little lazy, but he's a good kid. Anyway, sorry
Aren't
about
we
that.
all? Aren't
Yeah.
we all?
Go ahead.
No, I wasn't. Nothing really important, but I was just sharing that the closest, a close, annoying example of that experience that you were talking about with your dog and the vet and the animal rescue.
Right.
I was just thinking, falling in line at a fast food joint, I pay for the meal, and then they say, "Oh, by the way, it's going to take 10, 15 minutes for your chicken." It's like, but you knew that, right? You could have told me that you could have asked me if I was willing to wait for my chicken.
That sucks.
And then it wouldn't be a fast food joint anymore if I had to wait 15 minutes for my food.
Is this Jollibee?
All of them, all of them. I mean, it's not as bad as your animal rescue situation, but it's just
Well,
one of
it's
those
as
things.
bad. It's as bad as the Jollibee here.
You mean you'd pay and then they tell you that it's 15 minutes to get your chicken out?
Look, it takes about 15, 30 minutes. Is their gap on their leeway, whatever,
Uh,
is ridiculous. Every time I go to Jollibee, it's like a 2.5 hour debacle. Almost a 3 hour debacle. You know, it takes me 40 minutes, 45 minutes to go one way. When I get there, I gotta wait 30 minutes to 40 minutes just to get my stupid chicken.
Try to do an advance call then.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What? If I get an advance call and call ahead, right? By the time I get there, yeah, it might be ready, but your chicken is not as crispy anymore because they wrap everything in the container, close it, and then they tie the plastic bag, which would create moisture inside the bag and make the crispy chicken soggy. I don't understand. It's basic food. You know that if you have crispy food, you don't seal it.
We're just talking about food here.
Sorry,
Calm
I'm so
down.
sorry.
Calm down.
I like my food. You don't understand. We will drive okay. So if you buy a small lechon here, it's like $300-$400. Okay. You're expecting your skin to be crispy. When it's cooked,
Okay.
it's crispy. But if they're going to wrap it in foil and then wrap it with a cardboard box and then tie it up,
Mm.
it's going to create moisture inside because it's going to trap all the heat inside and then it's going to make the crispy part disappear. Come on, man.
What's gonna make the crispy part disappear?
When you take a crispy roasted pork, a lechon, okay, when it's cooked, it's crispy.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
You're supposed to let it cool quick or naturally so it stays crispy. When it's still hot and you wrap it, okay, you completely wrap it, the moisture is going to be trapped inside of that.
It's like it's steaming itself. Yeah.
Correct. So the
Okay.
crispy part, the skin is going to get soggy. Same thing on fried chicken. We all know the Jollibee or KFC or Popeyes bucket. Okay. They put the chicken inside, they cover it, right?
Yeah.
With the container. But the cover for the bucket of the chicken has little knobs on
Hole.
it, supposedly holes, to
Yeah.
let the steam out so
Right.
that it keeps the fresh, crispy chicken, right?
Okay.
I don't know what genius made the training program at Jollibee, but if you're going to do that and then put it in a plastic bag and then tie the plastic bags sealed
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's going to keep the moisture inside. And when you open your chicken, you got a dripping cover and your chicken is not crispy anymore.
Wow.
See what I'm saying?
You're one picky customer.
I'm not a picky customer. It's common sense, man. Jesus.
I'll tell you about a common thing that I see here with lechon.
What's that?
Not as much here in Manila, although I've seen it a couple of times. But in Cebu, back when I was in Cebu,
Hmm.
every weekend, especially Sundays, you'd see. Can you imagine lechon wrapped in banana leaves and cardboard box to let it breathe? So it's
Right.
not it's not completely sealed,
Right.
but it's on the back of a motorcycle.
What? what?
Exactly.
What?
Give you a
What do
couple
you
of
mean it's in the
seconds.
back of a motorcycle?
The lechon is riding, cooked and everything, in straight from maybe the oven or the kiln or whatever it is that he was
I
cooked
don't know if
in,
that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not sure.
and he's at the back of a motorcycle being delivered to whatever fiesta or party that he was ordered to go to.
Oh man, all the fumes going in that thing.
But he's at least the skin, like
It's
you're complaining about, is crispy and breathing. But every now and then I'd see that, like lechon on the back of a motorcycle.
right.
And you know how they do it, so imagine the motorcycle facing this way, rider is facing that direction, and then the lechon
Big
is sitting behind the driver like that. So it's like a long
lengthwise,
lengthwise,
as of,
yeah.
as opposed to crosswise, it's lengthwise.
Right. If it's crosswise, then he wouldn't be able to sneak in between traffic, right? So they put
Right.
it lengthwise that way with like a little flag
Oh
at the
man.
back so that
Which
you don't run into it.
means which means the fumes from the muffler is smoking it out and whatnot.
That too.
And then debris from the tire while it's moving. Oh, that's just gross.
Maybe. Yeah.
But
So
it's
it's
probably
it's
crispy as hell when it gets delivered.
I tell you, dude, nothing you can there's nothing that you can't put on a motorcycle here in the Philippines. I've seen refrigerators, I've seen motorcycles on top of the motorcycles.
I've seen those,
It's
yeah.
like, oh my God, it's like nothing can get away from motorcycles here. So
What impresses me in the Philippines with the motorcycle is how somebody said it on a video. I think they turned it into they called it a spaceship shuttle where they have woods going in front and then they create seats on the
uh
side to
uh
balance it out or
uh
whatever.
uh
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
So
yeah.
the motorcycle ends up having passenger seats on the side where they could
Mm,
have, and I've seen on video on YouTube as many as 8 people on this
mm,
motorcycle. And
mm-hmm,
I was like, oh, and we're talking about like grown adults, okay?
mm-hmm,
And I was like impressed. I am impressed. And I'm like, this guy is making a living off this,
mm-hmm.
shuttling people around. Oh, I know what it was. He was shuttling these people inside and outside of the neighborhoods, the
Mm,
barangays,
mm, mm,
barangays.
mm,
Is that right?
mm. Yeah,
So
subdivisions.
yeah, there's a difference. Barangay and there's a huge difference.
Yeah,
Subdivision usually means there's a giant wall separating. That's why
right.
it's called subdivision.
Got it.
Um, yeah, this motorcycle thing, it's like
Mm-mm.
transporting everybody in and out. And it's kind of cool watching it. Intuitive, man. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. Well, when there's a will, there's a way.
Right, right.
So, what else have I
Anywho,
seen?
I've
Yeah.
seen, I do remember actually a motorcycle dragging a giant, it's like a food stall,
Yeah.
and then the guy literally parked it on the side of the road and he turned that food stall into like a soup place,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
which
Yeah.
was kind of cool.
Yeah. Didn't I show you the one that we have here? Pretty much the same.
No, you show me a guy on a like has like a glass looking type of not glass, but it's
No,
part
no,
of
no.
plastic.
That's the fishbowl vendor. I'm talking about the carinderia vendor on the motorcycle with the thing.
Yeah,
Same thing. It's like his whole kitchen is wrapped around the motorcycle.
yeah. You talked about it, but I never saw the picture. You were gonna. You said you were gonna show it to me, but you never did.
I did. I sent you the one at night.
No, you didn't. No,
Ah,
you did. You didn't. You said you were, but you didn't.
I did. I thought you liked it.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to look for that
And I'll
now.
send it to you again because I
All right.
wanted to show you during the day anyway. Because the one that I sent you was at night. 'Cause like every time he passes me, he's like a little UFO when he passes in front of me. I don't normally have my camera ready to take a shot of him.
Right.
But
Right. What is that? He's just
um,
zooming around in that little thing.
yeah, yeah,
I'm curious how he cooks that thing. He cooks it there, though. I wonder if he cooks everything on it or it's already pre-made type of thing, and he just warms it up really quick. I mean, that'd be
right.
pretty cool if he cooked it right there.
Yeah, no, I don't know where he cooks it also. It looks like he'd probably cook it, prepare it in his own kitchen, and then he'd keep it on his motorcycle to keep it warm. So the great thing about his setup is that each viand or each what do you call that? Ano yung lalagyan nung mga putahe? Each container
Each
has
pot,
its each pot has its own stove underneath. So each
right?
one is hot when you
Well,
eat
that's
it.
what I'm saying. Well, it would have been cooler if we cooked it there. Although it's still pretty cool to be able to keep it warm there on its own.
I don't think he has space to cook it. I mean, when you say cook it there, like with a countertop and knives
Yeah,
and
where he's
everything,
literally preparing everything and then cooking it right there. He
no,
he just parks it right there.
no, no, no. He's got it all set up that he just everything's just warm and he just needs to serve it to you. He's
Right,
not
right, right,
cooking like the Thai or the Vietnamese stalls.
right.
No, he's not cooking. He's just serving.
I got like a little weird confession here. I got a fascination watching street food cooking. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like I've seen like a bunch of like Indian street food cooking.
Mm,
Same thing with like in China or whatever. I don't know. I just
mm,
like watching them cook it. I don't know. I don't know why. It
mm, mm, mm.
relaxes me. And I started watching the Filipino on YouTube, like Filipino street food cooking. It's actually quite interesting. I don't know why.
Mm.
It relaxes me.
It's the sound too, right? It's the street
Yeah,
sounds.
yeah. It's yeah. I think that might be it. It's the background ambience or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
People like,
I
oh, how much
was
is that? How much is that?
like I was saying, I don't know if I could do that from my neighborhood here because I noticed that all the stuff that's being served is already cooked and it's just being served. It's not being prepared in front of you.
Right, right, right.
So some of the carinderias here, they have a kitchen. No, not some of the carinderias. All the carinderias here have a kitchen, but it's at the back. You don't really see what's going on.
Right, right.
So if I wanted to do the same video, I'd have to go to a different place, not like in my neighborhood here. It's already served. So
I'm
so like that guy on the motorcycle, his carinderia on wheels.
right.
Nothing's being prepared. It's all on pots, ready to be served already. But again, the genius part of it is that each individual pot has a stove,
Right.
which keeps it, hot and really good, actually. Really,
So you've actually had it.
yeah, several times. A lot of times, if I have nothing to feed my dog, I just go to the guy and, you know,
That's
get
that's pretty that's a
so
pretty expensive meal for a dog, man.
50 pesos, man. That's like $1. But so funny, the other night, actually, I got him nilaga.
Right.
I got the meat just for the dog, and then I got the soup with the vegetables for myself. So the dog and I split the meal.
So the dog's eating better.
Yeah,
So to speak.
exactly. Exactly. And then no rice. I just had the soup and the vegetables, and then the dog didn't have any rice with the meat. It's just straight up meat.
Nilaga. Oh, that's the beef. The one for the
Yeah.
beef bone, like
Yeah.
oxtail
Yeah.
type, not oxtail, but beef bone,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, my wife cooks that pretty good too. I mean, I can't every time. I have to admit, like every time she cooks that, I feel like I'm gaining 10 pounds.
What's
It's insane. Give me 2 seconds. Hold on.
happening there?
Sorry.
Yeah.
What
Dude,
happened?
the 4.7 likes that we have right now, or 3,000 likes, 3,000, 4,000. Where are you looking at the number? I don't know where she's getting the number at, but that's
I don't
just
know.
coming.
All I'm seeing is like 3,000. I don't know how that's happening.
Anyway, I think that's just happening from one person. Is your Alexa tapping on the likes there?
No, she stopped already. My wife's not that patient, man. Come on, she's not gonna sit there and just do that. Are you able to do that?
That's literally what she's doing right now. Just like tapping,
Wow.
tapping on the cell
Wow.
phone like it was a piece of bread.
We got 2 diamonds. Where did those diamonds come from? Oh, it's from my Alexa.
Mm.
Oh, are you putting butter in that thing?
No, I forgot to.
Yeah.
Just
What is
too
she
lazy
laughing
right
at?
now. It's good enough anyway.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? Oh. Also, your wife's name is Alexa, and my girlfriend's name is Alexa too.
Oh, I'm gonna change mine to Siri.
Or they change names when we're online.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, we didn't even get to talk about what I really wanted to talk about. All we talked about was like food and what the. How long have we been on? Like an hour and something?
I don't know. I haven't been keeping time. We could talk about it now.
All right.
I don't
So,
really have much to say about it though, but go ahead.
well, I don't know if you've been following it. So in the Philippines right now, there's a whole debacle about the jeepney phase out. Okay.
Right. Right.
Apparently back in February or March, there was like a 1 week riot, or what do you call it? Is it a riot? No, it's not a riot, because riot usually means protesting.
Yeah.
It's like a week long protest about,
Right.
well, with these jeepney drivers trying to go against I guess the past law that about the jeepney phase out.
Yeah.
For those of you guys that don't know, the number one mode of transportation in the Philippines is the public transportation called the jeepney.
Right.
It actually derived from World War II,
Mm.
where the U.S. military left an abundant amount of jeeps
Mm-hmm.
in the Philippines. So the Filipino people decided, hey, why not make money out of this? So they basically stretch this thing out, and you can put like 20 people in them basically, and use it like as a
That's right.
public transportation, right?
That's right.
Right. Now, the problem with these vehicles is, well, one, they're very reliable. First of all, right? They're reliable. They last you forever if you take care of it. The problem there is they're still diesel run, and they create, apparently, especially in Manila, it equates to over, what was that I read? 40% of the pollution in Manila.
Okay.
Yeah. So the government has basically signed or passed a bill that would phase out these jeepneys.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently it's going to be replaced with either one of two things, if not both. One, it's a all electric jeepney.
Mm-hmm.
Or two is, I can't remember how they explained it, but it's basically similar to like a hybrid where it's gas and battery operated. I mean, gas and electric operated.
Right.
Or there's the all electric. And then the worst part there is they're phasing out the publicly owned jeepneys, where there
Mm-hmm.
won't be just any other resident that can open up a transportation business, like having a jeepney. It's
But
all
you,
going to be corporate, or not corporate, but
yeah,
unionized in a way.
yeah.
Like there's one company that could you need to have a company that could own at least five, I believe, from what I read or heard, jeepneys. Then you can operate as a business.
I think I heard 15. But yeah, but there's
15.
a
Okay.
minimum number of members that you have to have.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Can,
it's
can I
crazy. Go
can I
ahead.
throw in a couple of cents there why the jeepney is the most popular one?
Go ahead.
Uh, quick explanation here if you're thinking of traveling around the Philippines or Manila or what, or even the provinces. So there's main thoroughfares, sort of like the national highways. That's where the buses usually travel, right? Those are the big roads. And then the sort of middle thoroughfares, which is, let's say, EDSA, right? That's the main
Mm-hmm.
thoroughfare, national highway, buses pass there.
Right.
But if you want to pass Boni Serrano, which is a sort of a smaller road, buses don't pass there, but that's where the jeepneys pass,
Okay.
right?
Right.
And then if you go inside the subdivision or inside the barangay, that's where you take the tricycle, because the jeepneys don't and buses don't go inside the barangays. So
Mm.
that's kind of the hierarchy / organization of these vehicles. So buses, jeepneys, and or FXs, or little minivans or whatever, and then the tricycles service the smaller
Small
roads.
communities. Yeah. Yeah.
So quite naturally, most of the people that travel are on the main thoroughfares where the jeepneys pass,
Right.
right? But if it's like major national highways, or you're going from Manila to the province, you'll probably be taking the bus. Okay,
Right.
so that's why majority of the people are on the jeepneys.
Right.
Another thing, I don't know if you were going to mention it, or that stuck out from the research that I had looking into that issue. And I don't know if this has been approved, but I think that they were also being told that the way that it's going to be done is that they're going to have their own, like they're going to be on a payroll. It's not
Correct.
it's not going to be, if you don't travel today or if you don't get passengers today, it all depends on how many passengers you get.
Right.
That's the way it's done here, for millions of years.
Right.
But the way it's done there, for example, like everything's on a schedule. And whether they're passengers or not, they got to keep the wheels turning.
Right. Right.
The way I like that idea of the way that it's done there, where whether they have passengers or not is they get paid, because the reason why they're causing so much traffic is they sit around on the terminal or on the middle of the road waiting for passengers, because if they don't get passengers, they don't get paid. They don't
Exactly.
make the money that they expect to be making that day.
Right.
So I like the idea that they're going to be paid regardless of having passengers or not, because that's going to keep them moving forward
Right.
/ keep them from hogging the road. That's why they're being called the king of the road here, the hari ng kalsada, because they will move whenever they feel like moving, because
Mm-hmm.
they don't
Mm-hmm.
make money if they don't get passengers. So for me, that was that was a pretty big highlight of that proposal. And I don't know if it was approved or not, but that's one of the things I think that they were contesting.
Yeah, because well, but why would they contest that though? I mean, from what I've read, it's 720 pesos per day as a driver.
If they keep doing it the way they do it, they could earn like twice that, 2,000 pesos.
Right. That's true. That's true. But again, that's what causes the pollution. I mean, they're on the
Yeah.
road, what, 12 to 16 hours per day. I
Yeah.
mean, that $720, 720 pesos is probably what, on an 8-hour shift, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You
And then
know?
they get overtime and that kind of thing.
Correct. Correct. It's I think it's going to be helpful in regards to taking care of the environment and the city itself. Because
Mm,
apparently in Metro Manila alone, there is 70,000 from what they have registered. Okay.
mm,
70,000 jeepneys. That's a
mm,
lot. Can
mm,
you imagine just even just 10% of that on the road on any given day.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, 70,000 in Metro Manila alone is insane.
But I think the argument here is more about like, yeah, but what about what I'm earning during the day? It's like, who cares about your statistics and, how good or bad it is for the environment?
Right.
The argument, the way I understand it, is, yeah, but what about the money that I'm making? Who's going to feed my family?
See, that's the thing there. I mean, they have to come up with a better pay system for that, because that's the only drawback that I can see there in regards to the pay. I agree with what you're saying, because they have to come up with a larger figure, right?
Mm,
$720 or 720 pesos is not per day. It's not going to cut it, especially if you have a family. Okay.
yeah.
Um, if
Oh, plus, uh, let me just to wrap up our context here.
Yeah,
If they do get the new jeepneys, they also have to pay for that.
correct.
It's
Well,
it's not.
no, they don't. If you're in a corporation, no. Basically, people can create a corporation, but they need to have, yes, you're correct, 15 jeepneys within their
Mm,
possession to be able to create a corporation.
mm.
All those jeepneys needs to be registered. Okay.
And they're not
Now,
free.
exactly. But
Mm,
the pay on that, I mean, these corporations are the ones that's going to be making a lot of money. I guarantee you that. Okay. Because they're
mm,
only paying the drivers. Yes, they're only paying the drivers $720 or pesos per day. But even though they're still paying for these vehicles, they're going to be making money hand over fist. You know what I mean?
mm, 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 mm,
They're going to be making a lot more money off that. Basically, it's the rich getting richer and whatnot, again, as usual. And
mm,
regulating, yes, it is going to help with the pollution and the traffic, because let's be honest, the traffic in the Philippines is just ridiculous.
mm,
It it should not take you 3 hours, even on a 125cc scooter or motorcycle. It
mm.
shouldn't take you 5 hours to get home, or even 4 hours, or even 2 hours. It shouldn't, you know,
That's just
just
me.
to go. I mean, to
I
go
just
what,
drive really slow.
100 kilometers? No, even so, it shouldn't. It should not take that long.
Mm,
The
mm,
traffic
mm,
kills everything.
mm.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You're stuck in traffic. What's happening? Is there a procession in front of us? And then finally you get ahead of the traffic and then you realize, oh, it's a jeepney. It's picking up passengers.
Right. Right. Yeah. It's gonna suck, definitely, but they need to figure out something. Um, they need to figure out a way to properly
Yeah.
disperse payments and whatnot, because 720 pesos per day is not gonna suffice. Granted, if 2,000 pesos, for example, a person makes 2,000 pesos as a driver on a day right now, they're probably driving what, 10 hours, maybe 12 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much is a Jeep now?
Oh, I don't know. I can't say.
Like
Can't say.
5
But
pesos, 10 pesos?
but if we, bro, if we just really dumb it down to just the basics here, or the way I understand it, or we could argue about this, but the way I understand it is it's really just about the old way of doing things
Hmm.
versus a new way slash a different proposal on how to do it.
But how is that going to be different, though, to be honest? Or how is it that even going to start? It takes money to start something
Yeah.
new.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
For
the hard
sure.
part. There's
For
two
sure.
things that I've noticed right now that's causing a lot of traffic in the Philippines. One, these motorcycles. Two, the jeepneys.
The motorcycles. How are the motorcycles? Excuse me.
No, I'm just saying, don't take offense to it, but you have to admit it makes it harder to drive a Jeep or a car or a bus if there's a bunch of motorcycles scooting around everywhere and you can't see it. And then you got to avoid killing somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but no.
Now, come on. I mean, even
No.
if you have a 4 lane, EDSA is supposed to be 4 lanes, okay?
No.
But it turns into 6 lanes. But in between those vehicles, there's a motorcycle. How is that going to work out? How is that going to make it easier?
it doesn't make a difference. Those motorcycles, those motorcycles are like epis. They're going to skirt. They're going to run away from.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
have,
I think my point of view there is a little bit skewed because you you it those little space being taken by those motorcycles and scooters and all that stuff takes away from the possible movement of a vehicle, a bigger vehicle to begin with.
yeah, but the motorcycles are going to get out of the way sooner than you think.
Not in
That's the
traffic.
yeah, in traffic, they get away faster.
Yeah, that's
That's
true,
the
I
whole point.
guess. Yeah.
Um, no, for me, I mean, I've driven both private car and motorcycle here. The motorcycles for me are not really, I really don't think we cause any traffic. For me, my
Mm,
opinion, um, it's the cars that still try to go on the intersection when it's already saying stop or it's already saying, okay, a yellow or orange light, and they still try to beat that red light. They get to
right.
the other side but they're stuck in the middle of the intersection.
Yeah,
So
you're
the
right.
so the other cars that want to get so that's one thing. And then there's the buses. And then there's the jeepneys that drive really slowly because they're not on a schedule. The buses are also not on a schedule.
Right.
And then what else? And then there's this number coding, license plate coding that they have that you can't drive on a particular day. There's so many people that get away from that.
Right. So we actually have a listener on TikTok right now. Her name is
Mm,
Ace.
okay.
Um, she said they need to make a motorcycle lane. I understand they need to make a motorcycle lane, but it's about the people
Mm.
following that lane. That's the thing there too, you know?
There's some fun videos that I watch. If you're happy looking at uh street food vendors cooking food,
Yeah.
I'm happy watching motorcyclists getting caught by the police because there's a motorcycle lane on EDSA, right?
Right.
And then there's also a specific bus lane on EDSA.
Is
And
there a
what
bus
these
lane on there now?
yeah, there's a specific bicycle lane, there's
Yeah.
a specific motorcycle lane, and then there's like a private vehicle lane, and then there's a bus lane. And then sometimes these motorcyclists pass right behind the bus, like
Right.
literally tailgating them because the bus lane is so much faster than everybody else. Okay.
Hmm.
And these motorcycles like literally tailgate behind the buses, thinking
Oh
that
my
they're not going to
God.
get caught by the police.
Jeez.
And then the buses stop and then they get caught by the police. It's like there's already a motorcycle lane. And to your point, the motorcycle lane itself can be traffic, with so many motorcyclists, and they can't pass also. So they try
Yeah.
to skirt around by driving on the bus lane. And then sometimes there's a camera on the intersection and then the police are hiding there behind and then they get caught. It's like a game.
I mean,
Um, the
it's going to be a never-ending issue in the Philippines, though. The traffic, you know?
It's a video game. We're about 10, 15 years behind on infrastructure. We're trying to rush freeways, on ramps, and trains right now. From
Hmm.
the past couple of administrations, they have been skirting around it, and then finally now it's finally being built,
Are
and we're
they
slowly feeling the positive side of it.
right? Right. Did they ever build an overpass on EDSA?
Several, yeah. What do you mean? Oh no, not the complete EDSA. No, not yet.
Yeah.
The overpass that's practically complete or majority of it is the one from South Superhighway all the
Okay.
way to the North Expressway.
That's not
Can
that
you
far. I mean, that's not that far or that long.
long enough that it does make a difference,
Okay, that's good. But
and
they
that
they
it
also have the train already, right?
right. And I love passing there because when it's hot or when it's a rainy day, there's
Hmm.
practically a roof on top of the highway or the road that I'm driving at.
Right.
Because on top of me is what they call the skyway, so it's like a roof on the road that I'm driving on. But on EDSA, there's hardly any of that. Although there is a train on EDSA, it's not covering the road. It's right smack on the middle of the road, and it's not covering anything. They're slowly building like subways now, I think. I don't know how.
Subways is usually underground.
Yeah,
How are they
yeah,
gonna
yeah. Around the Quezon Avenue area, I think. Quezon City
really?
area.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's scary though. I wouldn't go on a subway in the Philippines. It
I think
being
it's
a earthquake prone country.
I think it's being built by if I'm not mistaken, a Japanese company. So there's a lot of the infrastructure here that's being built that was built by a Japanese corporation, Japanese so a lot of the structures are
Yeah,
similar to
yeah,
what they have in Japan. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. All right. I think we're good for today. We've been on for like an hour and a half now.
What's your thing though for the jeepneys? Would you support phasing them out, or do you want to keep them for posterity's sake because that's the identity of the Philippines?
Actually, yeah, I apologize. I didn't mean to leave that hanging. My 2 cents on that is well, first of all, bear with me here, okay? Because I don't deal with that kind of traffic here. But from my understanding and my little experience that I've had as a kid growing up there,
Mm,
it's horrifying. I'm all for order. There needs to be some kind of structure and order in regards to the public transportation in the Philippines. It shouldn't be a free one for all type of thing. That
every
being
man for
said,
himself.
correct. Like the taxi drivers. I mean, not the
Mm,
taxi drivers, the jeepney drivers.
mm,
Being able to just open up your own passage and having your territory and whatnot. And
mm,
it's not like it's not governed. It's not. There's nobody policing it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
That's what makes it harder. There's so many ways that the infrastructure and the organization of traffic patterns in the Philippines could be done. It's not all the fault of the government in regards to that. Okay, for it to be organized and to take effect, it needs to be policed. Structure needs to be maintained. There needs to be a cop. Kailangan may police palagi na nagbabantay and uh holding people accountable. I
uh,
mean that's my 2 cents on it because that's the only way it's gonna work. Otherwise, kung hindi mag-agree lahat ng tao, it's never gonna work out.
I don't
You
think
know,
I don't think AC agrees with you though. Keep them. They're the biggest original transportation in the Philippines.
they are. I'm not saying well, that's the thing. I'm not exactly saying take them all out, but they need to be governed a little bit more. Maybe keep the jeepneys, but have them register and be part of a more organized um organization, I guess, or corporation to be able to have control.
Mm,
Not free for all. What's happening is everybody's wants to get that 70,000 jeepneys is
yeah.
70,000 people wanting to take part on making a money that way.
Or maybe limit them to the provinces or specific areas of the country and not like
No, that's worse. Limit them to the province would create more chaos to the province. The province is a escape thing where it keeps the purity of the province. Then it's
mm.
tricycles of the province, which is better. Leave the tricycles to the province. That's fine.
So
Can you imagine if they put tricycles in Manila? Sheesh.
you don't feel there's tricycles in Manila. What do you mean?
In the barrios and stuff.
No. There's tricycles in Manila, but you probably mean EDSA, like the bigger main national
Well,
highway
yeah. What?
thoroughfares. Yeah.
Whichever. I mean, I'm not obviously thinking about the bigger towns and whatnot, but
So you don't feel sentimental about the jeepneys if they get phased
no,
out?
no, they're not. See, that's the problem though. Here. I mean, they're not exactly trying to phase out everything. They want to switch it to a little bit more eco-friendly, which would help.
Mm.
You know, like I said, they're trying to convert it into electric jeepneys and whatnot. But then again, how much is it going to cost to charge these things? You know what I mean? That's one of the biggest concerns that they have in this article that I read.
Mm,
Lahat naman kasi it's gonna boil down sa pera no matter what. Ang mga driver kukulangan ng kita, paano pa kakainin ng pamilya?
mm,
Makapag-afford man na i-transfer ang the type of jeeps into an electric jeep or whatnot or even a hybrid,
mm,
magkano kaya ang pag-cost ng transfer? Magkano ang pag-charge ng isang mga transportation, you know?
mm. And guys, when we say phasing out the jeepneys here, it's not about taking them out of the road. It's really just about changing the system or changing the vehicle itself.
Correct.
But yes, yes, you still need someone to take you from A to B in these areas. We're not saying that you should be on actually far from it. We don't want you to be on a private vehicle.
Right.
The less that you have to be on a private vehicle, the better. The actually, where did I hear that? If you can commute in a country from point A to B, I'm referring to like Singapore here, then that's a
Thailand.
high level, huh?
Thailand.
Yeah, that's a high level, that's a sign of an advanced country where you can
Mm.
take people from one place to the other without you having to own a private vehicle.
Right.
So we're not saying that, oh, we're a developing country and you should be having your own private vehicle. On the flip side, on the contrary, it's my opinion actually that the less you have to be reliant on your own personal private vehicle, the more advanced the country is. If their public
Well,
transportation is reliable.
AC made a good point. Public transportation, especially these jeepneys, is like the most number one mode of transportation for the public in the Philippines because it's what's affordable.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody has a cars. Not everybody can afford taking taxis. Not
Right.
everybody takes buses as well because buses are more expensive than jeepneys. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, she makes a good point that it is a number one. It is a public's domain. You know, like you said, it's king of the road type of thing.
No, I think what she also means by that, it's not it's something that you can't get rid of. It's a public necessity.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I agree. It's tough though because it is it's such a killer for the country's infrastructure in the city, especially in Manila. You know,
Mm,
because really with what Manila's been built or what they've put up there, how they've marketed the areas like BGC, Eastwood, and whatnot. It's a turnoff to have to go to places like that. One thing that I've noticed about these travelers is going to Manila is a turnoff because of the traffic.
mm-mm.
It's not the people, it's the traffic. Meaning when I say that, it's like they love the people. They think it's great. You know, everybody's the same way everywhere else in the Philippines. It's just getting from A to B is harder in Manila.
There are no buses, there are no jeepneys in BGC.
Oh,
Not
really?
that I'm aware of. Yeah, not that I'm aware of. There are technically it's inside BGC, but it's just at the outskirts of the BGC. If you want to get around in the middle of BGC, you got to take the BGC bus. So
Is
they
it
have
just
their
not allowed or what?
I guess it's not allowed because BGC is
Target.
practically no, it's not a private company or a private space, but they have their own, it's like a different country. They have their own different city there. And so
Right,
they
right.
allow there are jeepneys, but it's only at the outskirts of BGC. And then if you want to get around BGC, you have to take the BGC bus, which only goes around the BGC.
That's more of a controlled area right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You know, that's how it should be, but
Yeah.
it's not realistic. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
because sad to say, they keep the people out, that specific kind of people out of what do you want? It's TikTok Live. What'd you do? Just sit there and like click? Oh my god. Um,
That's weird. How come on one phone it says 4,000 likes and then on the other phone it says like 10,000 likes?
no
It's weird.
way.
Huh? Didn't it say 10,000 on that phone? Yeah.
It
Maybe
says 10,000.
maybe it'll catch up.
Well, this one says 4,100 something.
Yeah, I
4,000
got
something.
4,100 also on this one, but on the other phone it said 10,000. But anyways,
Anyway,
yeah, so just going back to the jeepneys, yeah.
yeah, it's. I
I'd
wish they
rather
could figure out a way to properly organize that. I
I'd
mean, it
rather
can't. Go ahead.
I'd
Go ahead.
rather that they make mistakes about the organization rather than just to keep it the old way before and not
Yeah,
try something.
yeah. Like that, rather than keeping it the way it is right now. Because, like I
Yeah.
said, I understand people want to get everywhere. They want to get the fares and whatnot. Unahan lang talaga, these jeeps trying to get the passengers and whatnot. Unahan
Mm-mm.
lang talaga. Kaya palaging sisingit eh. Na they're
Yeah.
overtaking each other. You
Yeah,
know?
that's the most frustrating thing. You see two jeepneys trying to fight each other, clamor against each other on who gets the most
Right.
passengers.
Right.
I mean, it's like they should be working together, but instead they're
No, it
you know they're
defeats the
cutting
purpose. Yeah.
they're cutting each other off, and then all the other private vehicles and all the other vehicles behind these two jeepneys that are trying to cut each other off
Right.
are stuck in traffic in front of these two idiots trying to get one on top of the other.
Right. And then what ends up happening is supposedly a 5-lane road or a 4-lane road becomes 6 or 7 lanes, because
Yeah,
everybody's trying to get through and whatnot. And what are you going to do? Yeah.
exactly. Again, that's the old way, and they're trying to propose. And for me, one of the most important ones is these. And yeah, it's probably lower than what they're used to, but at least it's guaranteed. You don't even have to be on the road all the time, I think. But I mean,
Yeah.
point is for me, the no passengers, no sahod, or you don't get paid makes a big like mental difference on the way you drive, the way
Yeah.
these guys drive. Because if they don't drive fast enough and they're forced to drive fast because they want to get to the next stop to pick up passengers, it it's a controlling factor on how fast they drive and how long they're on the road. If
That's the
they
thing though. I don't think it's going to be an easy transition, especially for somebody that's been driving for 10 years. Imagine driving for 10 years
Yeah,
and you've got your own little schedule or way of, granted, you're probably working 14, 15 hours a day, but you're
yeah,
making 3,000 pesos per day. And then all of a sudden you're working 8 hours and you're making 720.
right.
It's a
Yeah,
huge difference,
you can't blame them for complaining about it.
right? You
Exactly.
can't
But
blame them for complaining about it, but the people need to be able to adjust to it. They need to try something, bottom line.
yeah. And at the
Yeah.
same time, again, it drives their whole psychological, it's the way they're thinking when they're driving.
Mm.
It affects totally their attitude, their behavior on the road,
Right, right,
for the way that they're getting paid.
right.
I mean, all simply because they're getting paid for. I mean, because the other way to think about it is that if they don't have to worry about how much they're going to get paid for the day,
Mm.
then they're going to drive like a normal, easygoing Filipino on the road,
Right,
because I
right.
don't have to worry about the next passenger. I'm going to get paid for whether I get a passenger or not. So
You know what?
so bottom line for me is it affects safety and traffic on the road.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, it's hard to make everybody happy.
that's true. What I want to do eventually in the future is to be able to get like a bunch of people, maybe 2 or 3 people here in the States who are Filipino overseas workers here.
Mm,
I want to get a proper point of view of like how it is for them working. You know how I said before,
mm,
it's harder here.
mm,
I'm saying that I realize that yes, I sound like a jackass coming to you
mm,
because of what it is over there. But my point of view and my perspective when I say that is coming from somebody who's here.
mm, 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 mm,
There's a huge difference and a big misconception that people think in the Philippines that just because you're in the States,
mm, 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 mm.
it's easy.
Mm-mm. There are
It's
a
not.
bunch of
And I want to,
OFW channels that I look at every now and then. That
yeah.
would be nice to talk to.
Well, I want to be able to like have random Joes like Filipinos that work here doing
Mm.
whatever job they do, and just talk to them about it. The
Yeah.
difference and whatnot. Para bang the flip side US version are coming from the US point of view in regards to Filipino workers here. Because I
The other.
think that kind of like came back to my head a couple of days ago when I read this article because it really brought into my head that thing that I said that kind of took the nerve on you when I said that it's harder here.
Mm, mm, mm,
You know
mm,
what I mean?
mm, mm.
Because I'm sure it's not technically, but it's still hard.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
put something together in regards to that, and hopefully find guests that I can we can talk about in regards to
You
working
know,
here in the
a quick
States.
comparison to what I was saying and what you were talking about. Like, I've gone hiking and camping, like let's say in the States or in another country. It's,
Mm,
when you say, hiking and camping here in the Philippines is totally different because you're hiking and camping, you're walking on dirt or you're sleeping on dirt in a tent. But imagine if you're hiking and camping in like a redwood forest in California, right? I mean, yes, you can die. Yes, it's dangerous. There could be bears or whatever. But here in the Philippines, if you were hiking and camping here, and I've done it quite literally, you're walking on mud, 100% humidity, and it's not raining. And you're walking on like a rain, practically a rainforest. So it's the same thing. You're hiking and camping, but it's not the same
it's doing it.
environment.
No, it's not hiking in the Philippines. It's like an extreme level.
Yeah. Yun nga.
Here,
So
it's in you're hiking in a forest here where it's beautiful. It's
yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
refreshing.
And tas yun pa dito sa Pilipinas, yung mga hiking and camping dito, if you're going to the hardcore places, may mga linta. Are you familiar with linta? These are
No.
leeches. Like
Oh
like
yeah,
little.
yeah, 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 yeah. Well, I mean that's everywhere though.
Yeah, but it's just not the same.
It's not the
Basta
same. I
yun.
mean,
So,
linta in the Philippines is just gross.
oh. But but even having said that, I'm sure we're going to get to talk to, let's say, OFWs or people that are living there that would say, 100% they would still rather live here. They would still rather do everything here, they that they don't want to
That's
live there.
that's a good question.
So yun kanya-kanyang trip siguro, di ba?
That would be a good question. I want to find that out really. I'm gonna try to find people that I can we can talk to in regards like OFWs here that I want to
Yeah,
find out if it's the same thing that they're feeling that I'm feeling where would much rather be back home.
right.
Because not
Yeah,
everybody, I guarantee you that, not everybody.
yeah. There are a
But
couple of yeah, let's it would be
that
good to talk to them.
I know for a fact that the people that I know that don't want to live in the Philippines anymore, I know for a fact that they make like a lot of money, for a living
Mm,
here. They got great jobs. They're making a lot of money. So obviously, why would they give that up? Because I've heard them say it, but I'm not. I'm sure not everybody's like that. You know what I mean? Not everybody's the same. Anyway, we
yeah.
got to cut this out now. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for watching and listening to us rant about stuff.
Yeah. And
Um,
thanks for the support, AC and
yeah,
Siri.
thanks for the likes and the whatever your fingers might hurt.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Give it a massage. You owe
yeah,
her a finger massage.
that does not sound right, bro.
Just
Anyway,
didn't mean it that way, but
um, well, thank you very much. We really appreciate it for those of you guys that watched this or listened, whatever. Keep supporting us. Hopefully, we'll get there someday. Anyway, again, this is the flip side with Jay and Noel. My name is Jay.
my name is Noel
We'll catch you on the next one.
on the flip side.
See you later.